No.
Correct answer. Yeah.
Why did you pause?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio. With Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
We are live from the remote Everlight Solar Studio, live at X Golf in Madison. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Matt, if the mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
You can see us on camera on YouTube and at Jim and Matt, and you can see the great facility they have here at X Golf in Madison. Matt, did you get some swings in earlier?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I don't think I've ever walked into an X Golf and did not get any swings in.
I got here a little too late, but I'm planning on staying after to get some swings in here. Because one of the things for X Golf is that when it's really hot, it's honestly too hot for me to really enjoy golf because when the sun's just beating on you, it's not enjoyable.
My game suffers. My gloves literally get too sweaty. Yeah. Or the hand that doesn't have a glove will be too sweaty, and it's like sometimes I have issue gripping the club.
Yep.
I'm never throwing it.
Right.
It's only ever happened once. But yeah, it definitely gets hot out there, but the mountains are blue in here and the AC's on, and that's tough to beat when you're golfing.
Exactly. So another way to consider X Golf here in Madison or in Middleton is on those super hot days. Initially you think, oh, rainy, I'll come here. Sometimes super hot day, coming here, having some Coors Light, getting a little bit of food from the bar area and playing a round or two of golf. Nice, easy, breezy Thursday afternoon. Not a bad time at all. But, Matt, I have to start the show with I think we both have a bone to pick with Alex Strofe. Because, Matt, your credit.
Hold on. I'm just, Jim, you say this before. When me and you have embarrassing things happen to us, we're open books.
Yeah.
We want to share that fun. And I feel like Strofe kind of I feel like he only picks 90% of the stuff to tell us, and then the really embarrassing stuff is just stuff he leaves out.
What happened?
And he omits. Well, how about you tell us, Strofe?
How were the WBAs, Alex?
Yeah, tell us something you might have omitted from the WBAs that we may have found out.
Are we referring to the WBAs from 2 months ago?
Yes, we just learned now, and we're hurt.
What did you learn?
Your night at the WBAs.
We heard it was legendary.
Yeah.
I don't know if legendary is the correct word choice.
Embarrassing? Someone can't handle their – was it free Coors Light, free booze there?
Depending on the hour, some of it was, some of it was not.
So maybe
I
you
made it to
went
bar
after
close
it
that night.
That's true, and that's awesome. I just wish the Brewers could take a page out of your book and learn how to rally a little bit.
Hey-o.
So do you want to lay this out?
Are you suggesting that I may have thrown up that evening? Is that what's being suggested?
I mean,
that has been relayed to us, so we are asking you to confirm or deny that you needed to puke and rally at the WBAs.
So I ate a certain brand of fast food pizza that does not sit well with me.
No, nobody's buying that story because if you know, because the way it was told to us was that
story is I had some pizza that everybody eats all the time, and
I allege that it makes me throw up every time, but I still ate it.
Yeah, because I hadn't eaten in 5 hours, and I said before I ate it to everybody at the table, just so you're aware, something may happen if I eat this, but I need to eat.
So I think initially, Matt, we'd ask this question, 844-770-3776. Is Alex Strofe a lightweight? Because we got introduced to him with his 2-day hangovers.
Yeah.
And now the man eats the wrong type of pizza, and apparently he'll claim that's why he's got to puke and rally at his
favorite event of the year.
At the nerdiest event.
The event of the year. This is Alex Strofe's
This is Alex Strofe's
ball.
It is the Strofe ball. Some people go to the Players Ball, and some people go to the WBAs. But Strofe, how much of did you have a strategy to try to consume as much of the free alcohol as possible? And is this maybe part of the problem with the pizza?
All right, Jim. How old am I?
I'm 24.
That's correct.
All right.
How would 24-year-old Jim Rutledge answer that question?
He would hit it hard.
24-year-old Jim Rutledge, I was not a puker, so I never had to puke and rally no matter how much.
You were still hitting it hard.
Oh, absolutely, but I could hold my liquor, or apparently pizza's not going to send me off on some sort of bathroom trip.
You can hold your pizza. That's impressive.
Yes.
That's impressive. Hey, Jim, just a fair warning and all you listeners, I had pizza for lunch today.
Oh, boy.
But
Alex, I'm not shaming you for trying to do the free drinks. I'm shaming you for trying to blame it. What happened was you were just trying to drink as much as possible, as fast as possible, and that's why you threw up. Don't try to throw the pizza
I'm not
into it.
saying the pizza had 0% influence, but it's certainly – this is like a Packers-Rodgers situation.
Yeah.
There's blame on both sides.
There's blame on both sides.
The pizza and Alex.
Yeah, the pizza is Aaron Rodgers, and the Packers are the alcohol.
Had I not consumed any alcohol, would I still be making a trip to the bathroom? I think the answer is yes.
Out of the same general area?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so.
I will tell you, I I don't like the word vomited, but I'm going to use it here. I have previously barfed. I've previously barfed on a sober stomach due to this pizza joint. So I do not eat it
This
anymore.
does not give you a pass. I don't care how hungry you are. Don't eat the pizza.
Yeah, like
It wasn't
if you're dying of dehydration and you see a muddy puddle, you're not just going to go ahead and drink out of the muddy puddle.
I think you think I'm a lot smarter than I am. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
We do think you're a lot smarter than you are.
The last 4 times I've eaten this pizza, I've thrown up, but maybe the 5th time's the charm.
Well, look, my thought process that evening was, all right, I've been drinking for about 12 hours.
Oh, yes, so drinking settles the stomach. So that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Coors Light settles an empty stomach. And
what's the best way to not have it? He's thinking, I am drinking too much booze. I need to settle my stomach. Let's eat something that's going to make my stomach unsettled.
My thought was, it has bread in it, and you're supposed to eat bread when you're hungover and drinking.
I love your logic.
But also, you know that that's all like old wives' tale.
If I get a piece of this down, it'll soak it up a little bit, and I'll be feeling better, and I'll be able to go for another 2 hours, which I ended up doing anyway. And
plus, there's probably an hour of free beer left, so you had to make sure you put a base down.
I don't know if it was free beer at this point or if the bartender was just giving us free beer. I think he liked us because we had spent so much money with him, and he was just handing us beers at some point.
Again, I will maintain, even the bartender's not your friend, nor do they want to date you. But in this case, he's probably not your friend. He probably was giving you free beer because he was allowed to give you free beer.
It was not a free happy hour at this point.
Well, okay, you nailed it, Strofe. You made a friend, and you thought a pizza base that frequently gets you sick, even though that you were only going to eat one piece, you still thought, you know what, the risks outweigh, or the reward outweighs the risks, and I'm going to go for this.
Are we going to acknowledge this happened 2.5 months ago?
This is the problem.
Ball, dude. This was your prom. This is your yearly radio
prom.
You
threw up at prom.
One of the biggest days of the year for
and
you.
You didn't tell us. I told you
know.
about almost tipping my camper. Matt tells you every embarrassing thing.
I put on my underwear back.
Yes, this is a breach of trust,
I'm
Alex
going to flip my underwear around
this
before I go to golf later today.
I told you about when I peed in an elevator like 800 times.
But you didn't tell us about this at your ball,
because
at your coronation.
I don't make a note to tell you every time I vomit.
But you tell us, you try to tell us.
That's a good story. That's a
good story. Mr. Radio Guy is hiding this because here's why. He is so chuffed about his WBA, and we were giving him such a hard time about the award, he didn't want to bring in the fact that he also threw up on himself at the WBA.
Did you have to go up and receive the award, and was this pre or post pizza?
That was pre-pizza. Very pre-pizza. It was hours before the pizza.
Thank goodness.
And was there or was there not remnants of your barfing on your garments?
Who's reporting this information to you?
We can't divulge our sources. That's bad. That's bad reporting.
I have more than one source, Alex, so I feel good about my reporting here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they teach you in journalism school, you big J.
You big Jim.
So what was the question?
Did you have remnants of your barf on your garment?
Was there collateral damage?
I like that phrasing better. I would prefer not to comment on the matter.
Oh,
Dry
man.
Cleaners.
So this guy bragging about staying out to bar time with vomit on his clothes. It's one of those things where,
you're making it sound like I missed the toilet entirely. It was like one piece of sausage on my left sleeve.
But, like, it's one of those things, like, in your mind's eye, Alex is, like, thinks he's Leonardo DiCaprio in the Titanic.
I
like,
am Leonardo
I am
DiCaprio.
ready to go out. I am looking good.
It's
and
like that
realistically,
Beer Fest
he
one.
looks like Jack Dawson at the bottom of the ocean right now. That's how he looked when he was out. But he thought he was looking like Jack Dawson on the Titanic.
It's the Beer Fest when
Everyone
he
is so mean to
has
me.
to eat the whole tomato
Everyone is so
when,
mean
they're,
to me.
when they're playing the a-hole game.
Right. Oh, goodness. It's more of breaching the trust there, Alex. That is
Yeah.
a good story. You know that's a good story.
That's good
and
radio
you didn't
content.
share it with us.
I think it's a gross story. I don't think it's a good story.
It is a good story. 844-770-3776. Was Alex Strofe embarrassed, and that's why he didn't share the story with us? 844-770-3776.
Would you like me to answer that question for you?
Well, you are not
Quite
trustworthy.
obviously.
Yes.
I was
well,
embarrassed.
But you still share. Must be more than normal because you share plenty of embarrassing things with us.
Nobody had to know that I played one of the best rounds of golf of my life with my underwear backwards. But it's funny, and that's a good story. I certainly was embarrassed to tell that story, but it is what it is, and that's part of the game, bud. And I expect you to come with heat.
Yeah, we're not mad. We're just disappointed, Alex.
Yeah, son.
Be curious, not judgmental.
Strofe just got sunned. Alex, will you promise to share your other foils?
Yeah, we want
because we
more
got sources
amusing
around
anecdotes.
town. People like us. They tell us things.
Well, your sources are reporting month-and-a-half old news, so I'm just curious what comes in a month and a half from now.
Well, you could get ahead of it now. Tell us.
What else you got? What else do you need to unburden yourself with, Alex?
Do we
Strofe?
need to have Strofe's confessional coming up
Yes,
next?
right.
or what?
Come on, no, give me something else.
Yeah.
Make it up to us. Give us something juicy that embarrassing that happened to you, Alex Strofe.
Yeah, but they all include like alcohol consumption. I'm not.
Of course.
I'm not proud of them.
Well, give us one.
Who's proud of their failures?
Right.
All right, fine. I can't believe I'm about to tell this story on the radio. This is the worst one.
Okay, good. Good. That's what I want.
Start from the bottom.
I'm not going to tell you when this happened, but I will tell you what happened. And
Okay.
that involves I fell asleep in my living room one time, and I thought I was much closer in proximity to the bathroom than I actually was. And I just let it rain right in the middle of the living room.
Oh, gosh.
Goodness.
That is so good.
And
And here's the best part. When he says living room, you know if he was at his parents' house still, he would have said my parents' living room.
Right,
So
right,
it's
yeah,
the last 3 years.
Oh, no,
But also-
it was the rent I was paying, I will tell you that.
Yeah.
and also
And the
like
security deposit you lost.
yeah, was this your place or
Did you have
shared
roommates?
space?
Tell me you had roommates.
I had a roommate.
You know what this is? Is roommate aware?
Very aware.
And how did that go over?
Surprisingly well.
Oh, okay.
I mean, what are you going to do when the deed is done? The deed is done.
this
What are you gonna
roommate- this
stick
roommate-
his nose in it?
Yes.
This roommate-
I would.
Wait,
I would.
If you don't catch him in the act, Stroh's never going to realize what he's doing. He just thinks you're sticking his nose in the pee.
Bad.
Bad, Alex. That's bad, Alex.
Couldn't find a litter box. Oh,
I would
Alex.
prefer not to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
The other part of it, Matt, though, is that can you give us a guesstimate of your square footage, or maybe you know it, of your place?
I'm not good at square footage. I cannot
It's
give
under
you
1,000. We
So,
know
like,
it's under 1,000.
my point being, not many steps to be taken to find the actual restroom. I've heard of this happening, but it's like when you're at people at someone else's house, like opening up a closet. Because usually you open a door, too.
Right.
So, like, you open up a closet and you
nope, didn't
take
do
care of
that.
business in the closet because you
Didn't
like,
do that.
got confused.
That would have been better. There's hardwood over there.
Well, at least it was number one. That's
Yeah.
that's
That's
Yeah.
the most important part.
Yeah, and not.
But from the
literally
dog experience, number 2 is actually easier to clean up. Get out of the carpet.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. You don't have to rent
Did
a-
you have to was it your chore then to get that all taken care of? Out of the carpet?
Wait,
or
you're
wherever?
going to put your roommate in charge of
I
it?
took care of it.
Okay, I'm sorry I peed the living room.
No, but I meant like
But I'll take the trash out. and
I
do the
wanted to make
dishes,
sure
and
that
you
this
clean
was.
up
I
the
feel like
carpet.
this was a specific roommate because, some people might just be like, we're moving, whatever, guys, and like it's fine.
Right.
But because if you are renting a house, God knows what's happening in some of those houses.
You think they're not doing anything?
They probably are, but did he have to really hey, I'm buying every car you'd clean up after you, because this is a rental still.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's a different level if you are with your guy roommates of I'm going to clean it up, as opposed to this is our home.
I guess the short question, Strophy, did you lose your security deposit?
TBD.
No comment.
Oh, his roommate is his girlfriend.
Well, you know what, Alex? I couldn't think of a better time for you to tell everyone how much you love your friends at Door County Distillery.
I could. But no, in all seriousness, I love my friends over at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits. They've got gin, they've got bourbon, they've got vodka, they've got all the in-betweens. And you can go to their website, doorcountydistillery.com, to find the retailer nearest you. And to their secret cocktail recipes, you'll be the hit of any party, any summer gathering. doorcountydistillery.com, the website. One more time, doorcountydistillery.com.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts.
Matt Hamilton here to tell you about my friends at Revive Restoration. Nobody plans for accidents to happen, but when they do, you can count on Revive to be professional, efficient, and detail-oriented as they make things right again. Revive Restoration.
North and South Seafood and Smokehouse is the official barbecue and seafood and smokehouse of Rutledge and Hamilton. Make sure to listen every Wednesday for your chance to win a $50 gift card to North and South Seafood and Smokehouse in Madison, Verona, and DeForest. North and South Seafood and Smokehouse.
Anyone who has ever needed self-storage knows what a hassle it can be. You have to rent or borrow a truck and then find someone to help you move your stuff. And let's face it, moving furniture and heavy items without damaging them isn't easy. Renting the unit is worse. The hidden fees and admin costs are scarier than the dingy facilities you're leaving your stuff in. Why not use Closet Box instead? Closet Box is self-storage without leaving home. They'll pick up your belongings, store them securely, and bring any item back when you need it. The best part? Unlike traditional self-storage, you only pay for what you store. No paying for unused storage space. Closet Box's background check storage movers are licensed, bonded, and insured and will take care of all of the heavy lifting. Closet Box's local storage centers are temperature controlled and monitored 24/7. Closet Box has an A+ rating from the BBB. Call 877-233-5696 now for the season's best rates. Get $50 off first month storage using code RADIO50. That's 877-233-5696. 877-233-5696.
Forward Madison FC's professional soccer season is in full swing at Bree Stevens Field. The Flamingos' next home game is Thursday, June 22nd on the eve of National Pink Flamingo Day. FMFC is celebrating Madison's most iconic plastic mascot with a special goal, breaking the unofficial world record for most people standing on one leg at once. To purchase single-game tickets and packages for this record-setting match, head to forwardmadisonfc.com. Forward Madison, fun for all.
I suffered with knee pain for almost 4 to 5 years. I wanted to have the conformis after looking at all the different options. I think having the surgery with the ortho team is the only way to go. They all look out for you as a patient. After the surgery, my life changed dramatically. It's so much easier to do the everyday things in life and just the things that we like to do as a family. And my wife told me, she says, now I can't keep up with you anymore.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by X Golf in Madison and Middleton.
844-770-3776 is how you get into the show. Rutledge and Hamilton, we're live at X Golf here in Madison. The crew is taking some swings now. Wollersheim is here, our social media Queen Maddie is here as well.
Unlicensed golf pro Matt Hamilton giving tips.
Yes, Maddie driving the ball further and straighter than Alex Strofe ever has, and making
she
contact.
made contact.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
a big first step. Look at that drive.
Might be her first golf swing ever.
From one of our new teammates there, too.
And she made contact.
Also better than Strofe.
Massive.
So the list, Strofe is moving further and further down the list.
And there is more and more people on my list.
At least two more.
So there's been breaking news throughout the NBA, and I want to at least touch on it a little bit. They both kind of ancillarily touch the Milwaukee Bucks. One, the most recent news here, a Woj bomb. The Wizards finalizing a deal to send Chris Paul to the Warriors. The deal would include Jordan Poole and future draft assets. And Chris Paul to the Warriors takes a lot of ball handling skills off of Steph Curry and provides another leader there. And Draymond Green in that room, I think, would be pretty good. And I think that's understandable about why they did that move. It matters to the Bucks, guys, because there was at least a push amongst Bucks fans, and I know that they were floated at one point as a possibility of could Chris Paul end up with the Milwaukee Bucks. That's a name to cross off the list there.
I think that's kind of a relief. Not to say that Chris Paul can't get it done, but he had a bit of an injury history in the last recent years, and I don't know if like a swap of Chris Paul in, and I feel like we're inevitably losing Middleton or Holiday.
No, that would not have been the deal. I don't think so.
So we would have our big three and then Chris Paul?
If they could have figured it, I think if the Bucks were going to do
Bobby Portis or something,
and maybe a future draft pick or something. Yes.
Okay, I mean
maybe Bo Champ and draft.
I was kind of just thinking if we're going to lose a Holiday or a Middleton for a Chris Paul, that seems like a sidestep, maybe even a small step back.
No, I think the idea would have been to have him either be the lead guard and Drew Holiday be shooting guard and play some defense, or you just have two guards out there, or have him be six man at times. What Chris Paul is a guy that can get you a bucket. And Chris Middleton hasn't been that guy in the playoffs for really the last 2 years, but a guy that can get you the bucket in the playoffs is when it matters the most. And we're hoping for health with Chris Middleton. He opted out of his deals, the other NBA news today, but whether it's Woj or our good friend Eric Name, the vibe is that he opted out to opt back in on a longer-term deal. So he opted out of his 1 year, $40 million deal he could have taken this year. He'll likely re-sign with the Milwaukee Bucks for a longer-term deal at a shorter annual average salary.
So that's what the hope is with.
I'm sure that's
okay.
I mean, they won't ever say this, but I'm sure that was wink acknowledged ahead of time. Like before he opted out.
Isn't that what Pat Connaughton did last year?
It happens regularly.
Right.
I mean, I think Brent Brown, we all saw him with the Nuggets. He just opted out of his deal. He's likely going to opt back in with Denver. It's just a way that you can kind of work around some of the CBA stuff. It's just like with the legal tampering area. Like, there's just different things you can do with contracts. The other deal was the Boston Celtics got better, I would say. They moved off Marcus Smart, who was a good player.
Yep.
But then they brought in the headliners,
Porzingis.
Porzingis and
Porzingis. Sorry.
Porzingis.
Huh?
Porzingis. I
Say
said
his full name.
Porzingis.
Say his full name.
I don't even know what his first name is, I'm going to be honest.
Okay, let's spell it for you. Kristaps.
Kristaps?
Yep.
Full name.
Porzingis?
There you go.
Nice job.
Okay, thanks.
What team did he make his big debut with? Do you remember? It's not that long ago. He kind of made a splash when he arrived. For a little bit there, he was kind of viewed as he was viewed as a unicorn, maybe like Giannis.
It wasn't the Wizards?
No, that's the most previous team he played for. Yeah,
I don't know
Recent
where he
team.
started.
The Knicks.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, big time. Usually, you always guess the Knicks is some guys making a big splash early. Like it's always the Knicks, whether it's Linsanity or Porzingis.
The Linsanity was my favorite.
But so the Celtics are making some moves. I think they have some more out there. They acquired 2 first-round picks in a separate trade, moving Marcus Smart out. And so now Boston has some ammunition to reset their team a little bit. So that has a direct effect on the Milwaukee Bucks. Boston, I would say, and Alex, you can chime in on this as well, is definitely better than they were last year. At the end of last season, when you account for, they also added Sam Cassell, and I forget the other coach. They added 2 veteran coaches, assistants to the staff with Mazzulla, that I think this team is unquestionably a better basketball team than they were last year. We can't say that about the Bucks yet.
Yeah, that's right. I think, when you look at Boston, they still, of course, have to be one of, if not the favorite in the Eastern Conference going into next season. I was surprised they did trade Marcus Smart, though. I know he's not a starter. I know he's not, a 45-minute guy for them by any means. But certainly a great defender, a really hard worker, and obviously been a Celtic his whole career. So him getting out of town was the surprising move of that trade to me.
Well, and again, it puts you on notice. A guy like Bobby Portis can be moved. Marcus Smart was the Boston Celtics, the heart and soul part of it. Alex, he went from Defensive Player of the Year to he fell off pretty far last year overall. So I think they were thinking they also have a glutton of players at that position. So I think he had the most value. So again, when you look at the Bucks, a guy like Portis or Connaughton, any of these players can be moved. Like I think we just need to understand that good NBA GMs, no matter how entrenched those players are with the team,
there's one player that's not going anywhere.
Role players can be moved.
Yeah.
I mean, good players can be moved.
Honestly, yeah. I literally look at the Bucks team right now, and in theory, I don't know what we're going to get for him, but as long as we keep Giannis, I think everybody would be on the table for the right price.
So I want to ask this question, and we can make this our first Iron Jack poll question. 844-770-3776. I don't want to ask, is anyone untouchable? But should we ask, do the Bucks need to make a significant move? And to me, that means moving anyone in their top 7 rotation. So their top 2, that's Connaughton and Bobby.
Anyone other than Giannis untradeable?
Untouchable. That's fine. We'll do it like that. Simpler. Is anyone on the Bucks besides Giannis untouchable? 844-770-3776. That'll be the poll question. If you want to chime in on the air, though, tell us who you'd like to see moved. For the callers texting or calling, and tell us who you want to see moved or who you're okay with getting moved. 844-770-3776. A lot of movement out there. I think it's going to be a busy NBA draft. That'll be here on ESPN Radio. It'll be on ESPN TV as well. I'm excited for it because I think a lot's going to change in the NBA. Look, we just saw, 2 significant moves before the draft, 3 really. Yeah. Porzingis, Bradley Beal, and Chris Paul getting moved out to the Warriors. And the reason why I say Draymond Green probably then back on the Warriors is, one, he punched Poole.
Yeah.
And so those two didn't get along. Poole was a little bit redundant and a big contract with Steph. And then the other part of it was that Draymond and Paul, I think, share the same agent or are very tight. So I think that group could be together as well.
I mean, they're going to be a good team, but you look at those guys, they are going to be the geriatric team of San Francisco, at least as far as the NBA is concerned.
As far as their starters, because most of their backups.
The most important players on their team are all in their 30s, right? Essentially, right?
They're kind of like the Bucks.
Klay Thompson. Yeah, they're a lot like the Bucks. So you got to think they're in it for the now, and I do like the move that whether it's right or not to go with Chris Paul and move on from Poole, I like that they're making moves. And it shows that they're still trying to win in this window for Curry. It's nice to see when organizations really do right by their players. And right now, they're trying to get Curry as many championships as he can possibly get.
844-770-3776. Let's get out to Rob in Madison.
What up, guys?
What up, Rob?
I think it's a great day for the Bucks because I'm happy that Middleton, opted out. I personally wouldn't re-sign him. I'd be making my number one concern Brook Lopez. Then, which nobody actually, who knows about Damian Lillard? Get that guy.
That would be pretty great.
Yes.
I'd take him, Brook Lopez, or, you know what? Bring in Draymond Green. How about that one?
That's interesting, but since Poole just got traded away from Golden State, we kind of think that's the issue with Draymond Green. We're not really sure they're going to let Draymond and Poole go. They probably were going to keep one of them.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah, but how friendly of a deal is he really going to give Golden State? Or what was he at, like $27 million? Or something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Draymond does seem like a guy who wants to play his whole career in Golden State, but we'll see. Money wins everything. It's the king.
Yeah, the only way that Draymond would make its way, or any players making its way to Milwaukee, just to clarify this, Chris Middleton, I would say I'd be shocked if he's not back, and if he leaves, that doesn't give the Bucks $40 million to spend. It's actually horrendous if he just walked. If by chance he left, they would be a sign and trade. Now, could they sign and trade him for a guy like Draymond? Sure. I just don't think that's going to happen. But to be very clear, Chris Middleton is, I would say, 90% going to be a Buck.
Right.
But more importantly, even if he wasn't, he's going to be signed.
Thank you.
and traded somewhere. So just so we're all on the same page with that, Rob, thanks for the call, but I want to make sure that we're not misleading anything as well. 844-770-3776, how you get into the show. Who would you like to see traded, or do you want to keep running it all back? But I think the Bucks got to do something because the Bucks have a very good roster. But right now, if I'm looking at the East, I'm saying Boston. And Miami's they're going to try to do something.
Right.
And I'm not even a Miami fan, but you got to put Miami in front of them.
Front runner for Damian?
It doesn't sound like Damon's getting moved.
Oh, okay.
But I think Miami would try to take someone in a trade. I've heard their name floated with Zach LaVine from the Bulls if they try to reset some things. So God forbid Tyler Hero ends up on the Bulls for me personally. I love the Bucks, but I also follow the Bulls. And Tyler Hero, he's an empty-calorie basketball player. I mean, he is a guy who will get you.
Who'd you rather have, Tyler Hero or Grayson Allen?
Grayson Allen. He's a one-year deal.
No, let's forget about the deal. It's just in general as a player on your team, who would you rather cheer for?
But the deal's a big part of it. But I'd rather cheer for Grayson Allen. I get your point.
Wow.
I'd rather cheer for Grayson Allen. Yeah. I mean, Tyler Hero is just the epitome of the worst. And then on top of that, all he can do is score the basketball, which is an important skill, but he's a negative player as a plus-minus player, doesn't seem to show a nickel's worth of interest in trying to play defense or play team basketball. He's just out to get his buckets.
Right.
So that's not a guy that winning basketball teams play for. I've called him Jamal Crawford 2.0 for a long time. And again, I have no problem with him not coming to Wisconsin. That's not it at all.
Are you sure?
100%. I do not. When was the last time, honestly, I made it a policy forever ago, I do not get on a kid for not choosing to go to school somewhere. I'm not getting any of these kids changing their commitment or transferring or any of it because they're all kids. So I do not have any problem with it.
No, I'm with you. I'm just giving you a hard time. Couple of texts on this on the text line, 844-770-3776. Tim in Oregon chimes in, save Giannis and Drew, clear out the rest, maybe save Lopez.
Yep.
I
Okay.
like Lopez. I would really like to see Lopez back.
I agree with you on that, Matty. And then King Troll, the House of D, chimes in. Marjan Beauchamp is untouchable. Expect big things from him going forward. Everyone else can be moved besides Giannis. I'd like to see us go get Jordan Clarkson and or Buddy Hield.
I don't like either one of those players.
They play for the Badgers?
They're kind of the equivalent of an NBA player tight end. I mean, they are.
I've never heard of them.
In theory, they're floor spacers. They can knock down the three, play a little point guard with Drew, take some more Clarkson with that, take some ball handling off of them. But again, I don't know. They're not necessarily players I would love on this team, but they are at least something different. I would take them over like a Grayson Allen. Like if you want to tell me you're going to bring them on the bench and we can make some space for them and add a little bit more athleticism, absolutely. That's still better as a backup. I wouldn't want Drew or Chris gone to bring in those players. Nor would I want to sacrifice, and again, I don't know how the salary cap works, bringing back Lopez to bring in one of those guys. But if they could fit somehow under the cap on this roster and replace a Coddington or a Grayson Allen, then yeah, I'd be open to that. Because when you look at some of the things that the Milwaukee Bucks are doing, I think they need to get younger, and I think they got to figure out how to find more players with the skill set of a Pat and a Grayson, but not having to pay them that money.
Right.
And that's unfortunate. We all love Pat, but like really premier NBA teams, when Pat's contract comes up, you let him walk and you replace him again because he was an undrafted player that you were not paying a lot. He earned his money, but I think ideally you let that guy get money somewhere else.
Yeah. I mean, we definitely need to get younger, but I'm afraid that we're going to, we need to get some people that have some NBA skill and knowledge already that are going to be able to help Giannis win now. Giannis isn't going to be a part of a rebuilding team.
What I will tell you is that you can rebuild your body over at Carbon World Health today or any day. I was there today, and I got a chance to work out with Nestor today.
Okay.
And look, he practices what he preaches. He works out there, had a great workout with Nestor, and walked through all the paces. Another leg day, I got to mix up my schedule because I just feel like I've hit like 8 leg days in a row. So, I mean, I got calves for days, but I got to work on the upper body again. But, again, get out to Carbon World Health. Sign up for the six-week experience. Ask them about semaglutide. You've heard me talk about it before. I've posted on my social media. Combined with the workout and eating better, Semaglutide has changed my life. I've dropped about 28 pounds with semaglutide, and I've dropped my body fat percentage over 10%. I've dropped it down over 10%. Make those changes. I'm the fittest and the healthiest I've been in a long time. You just notice it when you're moving around, even in this heat, when I'm golfing. All these things that weight loss is for your health, and semaglutide is the first ever FDA-approved weight loss treatment. It burns fat, not muscle. So go to carbonworldhealth.com to learn more. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
Don't accept anything less than your best self. If you're feeling more run down than you did when you were younger, struggling to lose weight, losing muscle tone, trouble sleeping, and loss of libido can all be signs that you need to see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. Jim Rutledge here. Change your life and see if hormone optimization is right for you. Don't settle for less than the best. Go to Carbon World Health. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com or give them a call at 608-709-8089. Jim Rutledge here to tell you about X Golf Madison, and the most important thing that you need to know is that X Golf Madison is for everyone. Heck, I golf there. Whether you're a seasoned pro, a new golfer, or in between like me, X Golf Madison is going to be fun for you. They have a full bar, excellent service, great food, and the most advanced and accurate golf simulators in the world. You can play one of their 50 courses available, take lessons from a PGA pro, hit the driving range, or even join a league. Stop by their East Madison or Middleton location today, or visit them online at xgolfwisconsin.com.
Hi, hon. Want to tag along to the grocery store with me?
Sure, but I just filled up the car with gas, and with those prices, we gotta be careful with groceries.
It's crazy. All the basic staples have gotten so expensive. But good news. Tina told me about this great app called Upside that pays you back big time just for using it. She said with the Upside app, she earned serious cash back on groceries and gas.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that we can actually get paid back real cash when we use the Upside app to buy gas and groceries?
Yep. Tina said they made around $200 already.
Wow, finally something that pays us back money instead of costing us more. I'm downloading the free Upside app now.
Download the free Upside app to earn real cash back every time you buy gas and groceries. Cash out anytime right to your bank account, to PayPal, or an e-gift card. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code ESPN1 to save an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Remember, use code ESPN1 to save an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Hey Madison, it's Dan Andrews from Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. By now you know that you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb. But what is a better buying experience? It's a car buying experience that is custom to what you want and need. We can be your trusted expert, or we can be hands-off until you're ready to purchase. If you're in the market for a new or new to you Chevy truck or SUV, make the short drive to Simon Chevrolet in Mount Horeb and see the difference a better buying experience can make.
Huddle up for the Great Dane Huddle, live from the Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company. Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Join me and former Badger linebacker Chris Orr this Tuesday at the Great Dane downtown for the Great Dane Huddle. Chris just wrapped up a run in the USFL. What was it like and what's next? We'll talk about it 6 to 7 Tuesday night right here on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
The Great Dane Huddle, Mondays at 6 on 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey, Fleet Farm fans, you asked, we listened. You wanted lower prices? You got them. In-store, online. We drop prices everywhere. Lower prices on summer favorites like Liquid Pool Shock, Griller's Gold Barbecue Pellets, and Airhead Towables. Lower prices on big name pet care like Purina Tidy Cats. Lower prices on Valvoline motor oils. All because you said so. Look for the bright green price drop signs to find new lower prices on everything you need for everyday life. Only at Fleet Farm.
Throw It Back Thursday on Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton is brought to you by Twisted Tea. Regular iced tea's older, more fun sibling.
No, don't get stressed, just gon' get figured out. Oh, deep conversation that headstrong father ended it.
I've never seen someone swing so hard to hit the ball so short.
Yeah, we have. Yes, we have.
You're right, Alex. But Alex doesn't. Matty hit the ball harder than Alex Strofe ever has. But Alex hit it shorter.
Ryan Wollersheim might have had one of the shortest shots in golf I've ever seen in my life.
Well, give us a description.
So he has a driver in his hand, tees it up, and It's probably about, I'd say, 6 inches where the ball comes out, and then we'll go onto that tee.
Yeah.
I don't think he quite made it to that where that ball comes out. He literally just touched it, and it
So he's too far back?
Well, it's almost, you know how when you line up to a golf ball and you accidentally touch it and knock it off the tee?
Yeah.
And people always make that joke one.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody makes that joke. Ryan did that somehow with a full swing. Yeah, exactly. It was a swinging bunt. It was the most legendary full swing I've ever seen.
We could never have it happen on a real golf course, just out of courtesy for anyone. But we should live stream Strofe and Ryan at X Golf at a bay.
Oh, Ryan would crush Strofe.
But also,
No,
how
he
many?
would not.
How many,
yes, he would.
He's
I
definitely
just watched him a couple times.
He's
He
definitely
would
more.
win.
He comes across as more athletic, at least in the golf swing, than you, Strofe.
Doubt it.
Doubt it.
Right?
Right? I mean, no. If I'm betting right now, I'm taking Ryan.
Yeah, same.
100%.
I'm going to quit the show right now if you two don't take my freaking side.
I'm taking Strofe. Strofe for sure.
Ryan, whatever. The man loves radio. He's going to quit the show. It means he's going to be out of a job. He's not doing anything. Don't let him pout. Don't let him pout to get his way.
No, I'm not going to sit and dump on him. Strophy, it would be a good match. You'd have a good match, and you guys would have some fun. That's what I think.
I'm not happy with either
both
of you.
of you would win in fun.
No.
Yeah.
Pick me or else I'm done.
Strofe, 100%, you're going to have more strokes than him. I guarantee it. You're going to do great, dude.
Give me a number, Matt.
You're listening to Rutledge and
4.
Hamilton.
Caller number 4 wins a case of Twisted Tea. 844-770-3776. Caller number 4 wins a case of Twisted Tea. This will keep Alex busy, so he
and
can
that
stop
number
pouting.
4 is in honor of how many strokes it takes Alex to get to my drive.
844-770-3776. Caller number 4 gets a case of the Twisted Tea variety pack. 24 cans of, you get the half and half, also known as an Arnold Palmer, the regular. You get peach, and you get the
special
Bomb
flavor.
Pop, which maybe it jumps out to you like it'll be delicious. Maybe it jumps out like, is this going to taste right? I don't know how they do it.
Blue raspberry, cherry, and lemon lime.
But when you taste it, you get the initial taste of Twisted Tea, but then the aftertaste
Like
that's
a
left on your
popsicle?
mouth, it tastes like the Bomb Pop.
That's awesome.
It's the bomb, if you will. Call number 4, 844-770-3776. We did ask our first Iron Jock poll question, and by the way, there's awesome Iron Jock gear here at X Golf in Madison. Might pick some up. They got the polos, they got the vests, they got the workout shirts, which actually work great for golfing in as well, or just lounging about. This thing here, this is like casual wear, Matt, and I know you love it as casual wear. You can wear it just out and about.
Yeah, whether you're hanging out at X Golf, you're curling stones in an ice rink like I am, or you're in the gym, or just living life. X Golf is a Wisconsin-based company.
Iron Jock.
X Golf. Here we are looking at the X Golf.
We are in X Golf.
We are at X Golf,
Yes.
where you can buy Iron Jock.
Yes.
Iron Jock is a Wisconsin-based company. Products are made from the inside out for a active and fun lifestyle. You can get Iron Jock online right now at ironjock.com. Use code ESPN25 for 25% off your order of $50 or more. Go get some of the best apparel Wisconsin's got to offer. ironjock.com.
You know what else you can do online? You go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com, sign up, play some golf with me, Matt Hamilton, Brad Nortman, Alex Strofe, Jason Wilde, Mark Tauscher. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone. Alec Ingold, Shoei, Zach Showalter there. So a big crew out there over at Trappers Turns July 17th. Go to ESPNMadisonOpen.com. So our Iron Jock poll question: Do you think anybody on the Bucks is untradeable besides Giannis? Right now, 76% of you say no. Everybody's available. Ron on the Key chimes in. If Chris is healthy, keep him. But as much of a fan and people don't realize how good he is or was, and we don't win the title without him, nobody but 34 is untradeable for the right price. And that's the wild card of Chris Middleton, because Chris Middleton, at his best, was an all-star basketball player, which means he's one of the best basketball players in the NBA. But the concern is the injuries, and then that swing from Ryan Wollersheim. Maybe we do need to address our stance there, Matt Hamilton.
It'll be close.
It'll be a slap fight. But
I'm so done with both of you.
We're giving you credit. Maybe we're going to go back to you because
I'm reassessing.
No, that doesn't sound like credit. That sounds like desperation.
Oh man.
Yeah, you know what? Strofe and Ryan are going to have a match.
Yeah, they are.
At least I've golfed before. You guys play up the fact that I'm bad because I've had some bad mistakes by all means.
You had
I
the
played
moment
well.
of golf that literally anyone I run into says, I've never seen anything like that on the golf course in my entire life. That can't be real.
Well, that's more me as a content creator. I think that's more an indication of that.
Sure.
And I played well the rest of the day. I had a better drive than Jimmy on hole 9, if my memory serves.
Probably. At golf, there's times where people can have better shots.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say Wittes is better golfer than me. There was times when we golfed on Ben Wittes, our marketing consultant. We golfed at Wild Rock. There was some times that I outdrove him. A duel, we should mix a duel into this too. A duel, Wollersheim and Strofe, little golf thing here at X Golf. But he is also terrible, but I think he outdrove me once as well.
Yeah. I mean, it happens. It happens. Sometimes you hit a bad one, and anybody.
That's the thing about golf, Alex. Again, it just tell me you don't play golf without telling me you don't play golf. Like that's the whole point. You come back because you get like 3 or 4 shots where it's like, oh my God, this shot is amazing. And the duel is one of our marketing consultants as well, who played with us at the Wild Rock charity outing for Easter Seals. But golf, the whole point of it is you hit a few shots that you're like, I could see Tiger hitting a shot like that.
Right.
But the problem is you'll hit one of those per round, and he hits that every single time.
Right.
But that's what brings you back. We'll be back in a minute. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. The UW Athletics class of 2023 is beginning to be rolled out, and 2 former Wisconsin football players are among the honorees. Former Wisconsin running back and Heisman Trophy finalist Monte Ball will be inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame. Ball was a 2-time Consensus All-American and a Doak Walker Award winner during his time at UW. Also going into the Hall of Fame is former defensive lineman J.J. Watt. To find the full list of honorees, visit uwbadgers.com.
Pella's window and door design options are virtually limitless. Customize your order by August 31st and you could bundle and save big at PellaWI.com.
Olson Toon has been customizing both residential and commercial outdoor living spaces since 1997. Matt Hamilton here from ESPN Madison. For over 50 years of combined experience in their management and design teams, Olson Toon has become one of Wisconsin's premier building and landscaping outdoor living firms. Landscaping and maintenance, irrigation, concrete work, pools, and more. If you have an outdoor living need, Olson Toon is here to help. Go to olsontoon.com to get started on your home project today. That's olsontoon.com.
Life's better with an auto policy from American Family Insurance. No matter what dreams you're driving towards. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto coverage at the right price. You'll also save up to 23% when you bundle auto with home. American Family Insurance. Get a quote, find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Zimbrick Chevrolet.
When was the last time you had your oil changed or your tires rotated? Do you need new tires, a battery, perhaps some windshield wipers? Zimbrick Chevrolet Service Center is equipped to help you with routine maintenance, major repairs, and everything in between. Get your free battery inspection coupon and schedule an appointment today at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Don't overpay. Shop Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie.
Main Street, Sun Prairie, Zimbrick Chevrolet.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, June 16th to 25th. Visit and get inspired. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
I love being an orthopedic surgeon because I can help people improve their lives. My name is Ashish Raval. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Stoughton Hospital and the Ortho Team Clinic. My specialty is sports medicine, focusing specifically on the care of the shoulder, hip, and knee. So the goal for me is always to see patients who want to get back to their active lifestyle. The techniques that I use now allow patients to return back to the activities, including sports, faster than ever before.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
844-770-3776. Matt Hamilton's got his hands up. What are we watching here? Because we're on the stream right now at Jim and Matt. It is flipped to Ryan Wollersheim.
Ryan Wollersheim just PR'd. Long drive. It was pretty straight, and he hit 167 yards. Nuked it.
I can do that in my sleep.
Carried it 150 at a ball speed of 110 miles an hour coming off that club head. He's coming. He's ready. Oh, that one's gone.
There you go. And this man has not played golf before. Is this correct?
168.
First time ever playing golf. Strofe, I'm sorry, by the end of the round, Brian's probably passed him. If the man's never played golf before and he's hitting it about as far as Strofe. But here's the thing. I think we should add you, a duel from our marketing team, Ryan Wollersheim, and Alex Strofe, but you play right-handed.
Okay.
And then we can put money on it.
I went and took a couple cuts during the break, right-handed. And right now, we have 4 non-golfers that are hitting right-handed shots.
Yeah.
I currently hold the record for right-handed drive right now at 203 yards.
Okay, there you go.
Right-handed.
That is impressive there, Matt Hamilton. We can ask that question, 844-770-3776.
Who would win?
Who wins? We'll go 9 so you don't screw up your body.
Oh, no. I can play 18.
You play 18 right-handed?
Oh, yeah, I can play 18
All right, so over 18, who wins a round of golf? Ryan Wollersheim, who's golfed one time in his life. No, well, not actually golfed once in his life. Is
this literally your first time swinging a golf club?
Okay. First time in a few years he's swung a golf club there. And so it'd be his first round of golf then.
Yeah.
Alex Strofe, who maybe plays,
if
3?
If you guys like Ryan Wollersheim so much, why don't you just marry him?
Good God.
Someone's in their feelings.
They are.
Strofe, we like you a lot, too. And we're just talking about golf. Like, could you guys beat me if I played from the wrong side of the ball?
We're lumping both of you in there.
Yeah.
With our friend Duel, the marketing consultant as well. All 3 of you. All 3 of you, I want to know if you could beat Matt Hamilton.
I could beat Matt Hamilton straight up.
All right.
Get out of here.
Come on.
Come
on.
Here. So I could literally play 18 holes and you could play 9, and I still think I could beat you.
That would be a fun bet, too.
Honestly, that would be a fun bet.
Because you got to play it, because we're all guilty of this. And Matt plays in league, so league play, it's a little more serious. Like if you're actually playing,
strokes.
yeah, you're actually counting your strokes, no mulligans, all the rules. You're out of bounds, you can't play it.
See, the thing is, we're pretty strict in league.
That's what I was saying.
For the most part, I went and played that BMW. That is strict. Like there was 2 situations where I kind of hit one off to the left or right, and I had literally a sign, obviously man-made, not a part of the course. It was put there for the event. I had to call over.
Wait, pause. What do you mean? Obviously man-made. There's not animals out there making signs.
Okay, you're right. Well, so the rule in golf is if there's a man-made object obstructing your swing or your stance, you can get a free drop.
Gotcha.
Right? So this one, it was obstructing my swing, but I had to call an official over and then have to put the tee down, the club lengths. It was wild. So when you're really counting strokes, Strofe, you hit one in the bunker. If you touch your club to the sand, that's a stroke penalty. You're not allowed to ground your club in the bunker. There's all sorts of very weird, wild rules that will slowly pick away at your score, and I don't have confidence that if you played it legit that you guys would win.
I'd like to direct your attention momentarily to the video stream.
I see that.
The brand new studio sign for the Everlight Solar Studio currently being installed live in the studio. You guys chose a good day to be out of the office.
they kick us out of the office for this? I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah,
we can send out X Golf in Madison
I will
for this.
do every show from X Golf.
But that Everlight sign looks amazing. The Everlight Solar Studio, the ESPN Madison Everlight Solar Studio sign is installed. So we will see that tomorrow. Matt Hamilton. Today's Thursday.
Yes, it is Thursday.
Yes.
I'm kind of getting Friday vibes.
Same. That's why I had to pause to it. I'm like, what day is it? It is Thursday.
It is Thursday. Reminder for everybody.
It is NBA Draft Day as well, and we'll monitor what the Milwaukee Bucks will do, if anything. You can
How
chime
cool
in.
would it be if they moved up to number 1 in the draft and got Wembanyama?
Should we throw this out as an Iron Jock poll question? Would you trade Giannis for number 1 overall pick?
I was going to ask you guys that in Stones.
I honestly think Giannis and maybe Jokic might be the only 2 players in the NBA that I would keep over this Wembanyama.
That's wild to me.
And I don't know for sure.
Is it?
I don't think San Antonio would do the trade.
Oh,
either one of those.
There's
guys.
literally, if I'm San Antonio, unless the Bucks are like, we're sending Giannis, then there's no way you're making.
I don't know if they do it for Giannis. Just from the fact
just the youth, yeah.
Well, the money.
Right.
Giannis getting paid.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Victor's going to get paid, but it's similar to quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, if you got the young guy and you can pay him not what he's worth,
you can make a good run. You can get the pieces around him. You're right.
Let's throw it out there. Let's make it clear, Alex, when we throw it out there, we don't want to do this, but I do want to ask the question, just to figure out how crazy and maybe, can we text, Alex, Eric Name doesn't text me back. I got to figure that out with him. But can you text Eric Name and ask him the question, would San Antonio accept a trade for Giannis for Victor straight up? But we'll ask you that.
You want me to send Eric Name that question because he doesn't respond to you.
Yes.
I mean, I'll send it.
Or Matt can send it.
I think Matt should send it.
I'll send it.
I don't want to sound stupid.
You sound stupid all the time. Why are we stopping now?
Hey,
what are we doing here?
I'm professional at sounding stupid.
Honestly,
this is a fun question.
I'm sick of you guys.
I want the poll question. Strofe, you got one more day, and then you can have your weekend to go on your benders, so you can just
go
tough it up, Buttercup.
Yeah, you can vomit or urinate wherever you want.
You got 3 more hours.
Giannis,
you're fine.
Giannis, that's campo. Giannis, that's campo.
Everyone is so mean to me.
Judgmental Jim.
Pressure. Are you good? This is Rutledge and Hamilton presented by Coors Light.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Are we saying that Daniel Jones and Dak Prescott are the same thing pretty much?
I'd probably say they're probably close to being even because they both can run. They both can run. Dak Prescott has done a little bit more because he's been in the league longer.
Yeah.
And he's been a starter. So I would probably say close to the same.
I think Dak is better.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
Hey, this is former Badger Brad Norton.
It's a fake. Great call and great execution.
You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Yeah, it is. I'm Alex Strope, your Sports Center update brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America, the WeatherTech Chicago region SCCA June Sprints, or June 23rd to the 25th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule on their website, roadamerica.com. Keeping an eye on all the NBA happenings leading up to coverage of the NBA Draft tonight on ESPN Madison. The Washington Wizards and Golden State Warriors have agreed on a deal to send Chris Paul from Washington, who was just traded days ago from Phoenix to Washington. Chris Paul headed to Golden State to join Steph Curry and the Warriors. Jordan Poole, the Milwaukee native, headed to Washington in that deal. Continued coverage on all things NBA Draft, in which the Bucks have picked 58 over at ESPNWisconsin.com. In baseball, the Brewers get the day off today after a rubber match loss to the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday at AmFam Field. The Brewers now a game and a half back of the Cincinnati Reds in the NL Central. The Reds have won 11 games in a row. Whoa, and are in first place. The Brewers also 2 games ahead of the Cubs for second place in the NL Central. Rutledge and Hamilton, which is live at X Golf in Madison, continues right now on 100.5 ESPN.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
You got to chill.
Everybody's ego takes a shot on this show.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton with Jim Rutledge and Matt Hamilton, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN.
If your marriage was to fail, would you get remarried?
No.
Correct answer. Yeah. Why did you pause?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio with Matt Hamilton, here's Jim Rutledge.
And we are live from the remote Everlight Solar Studio here at X Golf in Madison. And by we, I mean Olympic gold medalist Matt Hamilton.
Hello.
I am Jim Rutledge. We are presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Did you take any blowback for yesterday's show, Matt Hamilton, where you said you only believe in soulmates because Jen does, and then you took too long of a pause to answer the question?
Nope, no blowback yet.
Well, I'm disappointed that
Here's the thing.
Jen's not a...
2 months is clearly not out of the jurisdiction. What is it? Statute of limitations.
Yeah.
So if we're still bringing it up for Strofe, my wife might still bring it up too. So I'm just going to move on to Giannis and Wembanyama. What are we doing?
So I do want to take your calls on 844-770-3776. Would you trade Giannis for Victor? 844-770-3776.
What are you saying? What's your answer?
I mean, no. Because Giannis is a unicorn for the state of Wisconsin as far as a guy who is just like locked in and wants to stay.
And he's proven.
Well, he's proven, yes. And there's that part of it. But I think the other part of it is what makes Giannis so special, and I've said this a million times. Now, he's loyal, but he's not an idiot. Like, he's not going to stay here if the Bucks screw up the roster or screw up the coaches, and he'll go to win somewhere else. He's not going to leave to be in a bigger city. He's not going to leave because he wants to go play with his best friends. He's only going to leave if he thinks the Bucks don't give him a chance to be a winner. And they don't have to build a big three around him. So I do love all that about him. Now, let alone, obviously, he's a top 3 basketball player in the NBA right now. So those things all combined are why I wouldn't do it. I don't know Vic. He seems very, very friendly. He seems very much Giannis vibes. But he's from France. And, look, he's going to be in San Antonio. He seems excited to be in San Antonio. But you just don't know where someone would want to be. But it seems like the foreign players, I'll say this, the foreign-born players right now, you got Jokic, you got Giannis, you got Victor, they somehow seem more adjusted. I wouldn't say that you can't draft, you don't want to draft American-born players, but I think AAU and the college system and some of this stuff, I think it's kind of broken some players as far as they're playing because they can get money. They're playing they don't have the desire to win. They just, AAU style, you just keep on playing and playing and playing. I think there's a little something to that. And these foreign-born players raised in a different environment, a lot of them are playing professionally younger, but they're around grown men who teach them how to be professional.
Right.
But they seem to have really good perspective. Jokic, talking about his family, talking about being back home, but also being viewed as an amazing teammate. Obviously, Giannis very much loves the family, right perspective, but also works their butt off and understands what a privilege it is to be in the NBA. So can't tangibly put my finger on it, but the foreign-born players do seem to be something that has some sort of Moneyball magic in the NBA right now.
Right. What makes me very curious right now for Alex, because Alex, you're hard no on Giannis for Wembanyama, and I am too. We all are.
We're going to win a 6.
But I am curious, I said basically Jokic and Giannis. What other stars in the NBA that you would rather hold on to than take a chance in this kid? Like Damian Lillard.
No, I would trade Damian Lillard for that pick.
I don't know that I would.
Really?
I think I'm just too firm of a believer in the sure thing, right? Because I think the last guy that garnered this much hype was Zion. And Zion's first, what are we at now, 3 years in the league? I wouldn't call really any of them huge successes. But he garnered the most attention as a number 1 overall pick probably since LeBron did Zion Williamson.
But Victor's being compared more to LeBron than Zion.
Correct.
That's
and
true.
I think there's more hype around Victor than there was Zion. But I'm just trying to measure out, the biggest hype stories in the most recent memory. And Zion is the one that comes to mind. Now, Wembanyama, you're right, Jimmy, is probably, he's been hyped for over a year. I remember talking about Victor Wembanyama for some of the first times during the draft last year. So there was a lot of attention around this guy, and I think he's going to be an incredible player, A, if he stays healthy, and B, if he's in the right situation. And I think San Antonio is the right situation for him. So, I don't know how many players I would trade. Like LeBron, because we know he's toward the end. Sure.
Damian Lillard's 32, though.
Durant. I don't know if I'm trading Durant.
Oh, my gosh.
Durant's up there in age,
this
too.
This guy is literally Durant 2.0.
Yeah, you're
they're
right.
Like the same, they're like the same guy, except he's unproven.
Because there's something, we see this in the NFL.
No, and I don't hate the proven thing. Like I'm not saying Strofe is wrong. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think he's wrong, but I'm not saying he actually is. Who knows? Who knows what this kid turns out to be? Because right now, based on what I'm seeing, he looks even like scrawnier than Giannis did when he was drafted by the Bucks, and Giannis looked like a beanpole. Now, if this kid can put on a little bit of weight and make sure that he can stay healthy, have the muscle mass to be able to take some of the contact and different things that he's going to experience in the NBA play, he's going to be a freak because he's a 7-footer that can shoot from everywhere.
And I mean this, we don't know where Victor's going to end up, but he's more skilled at this age than Giannis was at the exact same age by a mile and a half.
Yeah, Giannis didn't even start playing basketball until he was a teenager, right?
The other part of it is that Victor is a guy that seems to have the same work ethic that Giannis had. And he played professionally, and basically his team in France acquired players who used to play in the NBA, guards, to teach him how to be a great pick-and-roll player.
Right.
Like his existence is to be a great NBA player. He seems to have that drive. And then, again, the money part of it. And this isn't – so what? Who's the last quarterback? I guess Joe Burrow? I mean, how many? Because every year there's not every year a quarterback where you say this guy can't miss.
Trevor Lawrence probably.
Yeah, I guess. But Lawrence,
or you could go back to Luck.
Luck was like
he was
big
the
one.
He was the Peyton Manning, right?
Yes,
because Peyton Manning was a big one.
And Burrow, I think, was a big one. Lawrence, yes, but not quite. I never viewed Lawrence as the same. I don't know if he was viewed. And Alex, you can chime in on this too. But I know you're a big draft guy in the NFL. I don't remember Lawrence having the same sort of locked in stud NFL player like Burrow and Luck seem to have.
Oh, I fully disagree with that.
Yeah,
I think Lawrence was on the same level as Luck. I don't think Burrow was even at that level.
Yeah, they thought Lawrence was very NFL.
I guess
ready.
I didn't see that out of him. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah,
and he's nowhere
that
close
was
to
certainly
Luck.
The hype around him during.
He's nowhere close to Luck, but
in terms of what skill?
As a player, their first 2 years.
Ready as rookie year.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
that will always be one of the biggest what ifs with Andrew Luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, look, and that's the risk you're taking with a high draft pick. Could they? You don't know everything about them, but I would say anyone over the age of 28 who's on their second contract or right around that age, so that's where Giannis is. That's where it's the money, and then 28 in the NBA is older. I mean, Giannis is still in his prime, but and right in the middle of his prime, and so Giannis, I wouldn't do specifically for the Bucks, but I do think it's a fun exercise. I think most teams would do it. I mean, you couldn't do it you couldn't do Steph because he's a champion, but Dame isn't a champion, so Portland would do that in a heartbeat.
Right.
I don't know Miami do it for Butler because their whole identity is heat culture, and that's not heat culture.
Right.
But there are plenty of teams that would trade their star player to bring in Victor, even if that star player is even on the young side. Like a Dame would get traded. A Durant would get traded.
Trae Young?
Yeah. The San Antonio's hang up phone on all these calls, by the way, but especially Trae Young.
Right. Okay.
Atlanta's desperately trying to trade Trae Young right now.
Is it a culture thing within them? Because seems like
he's just kind of capped.
No?
He had a moment in the playoffs, but he's kind of just capped as a scorer. He's honestly, in my opinion,
he's a better Tyler Hero.
Yeah, he could pass the ball and dribble more. So he's a more efficient offensive player than Hero, but again, not a guy who's going to carry an elite team there. But we are monitoring the NBA draft here. I do want to get we got Throwing Stones come up in a minute, and I do want to get to Jordan Love. But Alex, our friend Aaron Rodgers was dropping some knowledge bombs on us or on the psychedelic conference. Is that basically what this was he was at?
Yeah, it was a psychedelics conference in Denver, Colorado with his buddy Aubrey Marcus, so I know you're a huge fan of, Jim.
I don't know who that is. I know it's the same dingus that he did the show with last time. These guys give off, again, I will maintain it, and we can hear from Aaron Rodgers in a second. They sound like the dudes in college who discovered drugs later than everyone else.
That's your go-to on Aaron.
But it is.
Yeah, I mean,
that's who he is. Oh, really? Aaron, mushrooms are cool? You're 40. We know, Aaron. Yeah. God. All right, but let's hear from Aaron Rodgers.
And I know in Colorado that psilocybin has been decriminalized, but is it not ironic that the things that actually expand your mind are illegal, and the things that keep you in the lower chakras and dumb you down have been legal for centuries?
Is that even the right use of ironic?
He's so woke.
You'd be so mad if you called him woke, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's so, like, just on another plane than us. I don't know
I have one more piece of audio that says unintelligible diatribe about faith and love. Would you like to hear it?
Now, can you please give a little background on who labels this, because I think that's important.
Yes,
and I know who does.
It is important because he is the biggest Aaron Rodgers hater. At ESPN Wisconsin, Joshie DiMaggio. Why are you waving your arms out?
I'm trying to get someone here at X Golf to look at me because our computer's going to die, but they're still not looking at me. They're not even paying attention.
Well, maybe if you put your headset on, that would help.
Well, I was trying so they could hear me clearly. Like I didn't want to scream into the microphone. I was talking very loud.
All right, similarly to Jim Rutledge's unintelligible diatribe, here's Aaron Rodgers.
That, what it does is give us that beautiful thing in life that we all have been given, along with faith and love, and that's hope. Hope in something greater, because we know that these things matter. Everything we do matters. What I say today matters. What you do today matters. If we're all in this thing together, and as I believe we truly are.
What?
He's been hanging out with Mark Murphy too much.
That's like the Billy Madison thing where the teacher comes on and we're all dumber for hearing that.
Thanks for sharing, Alex. Thanks, Aaron Rodgers.
I'll let the two of you go. I mean, he's not a Packer anymore. Now it's more like harmless. He's not your quarterback. He's just your crazy.
He's a freaking goofball.
He's like your crazy ex-stepdad. I don't even know. I don't know what he is. Goofball is a word. But he doesn't have any. He can't hurt you anymore. So he can do whatever drugs he wants.
Yeah.
Except, there's a lot of. I won't get into it. All right, go ahead. What do you think about Rodgers? Strophy.
Because I guarantee you, all these bums who want to, come after me online about my experience and stuff, they've never tried it. They're the perfect people for it. We need to get these people taking it.
But that is Aaron Rodgers' response to you, Jim Rutledge.
Who says I haven't taken this stuff? I don't just need to go on a...
Wait, you've had ayahuasca?
No. But my point is, this guy is not the first person, or the people coming at him aren't the people who've done psychedelics or mind-expanding drugs. You just don't have to go out and tell everyone about it and act like you're the smartest person in the world because you finally found the drugs that everyone else found when they were 19 years old. Like, that's the problem I have.
That's pretty spot on. Like, he sounds like 20-year-old me. Just
right.
Hey, man, you know how much better the world would be if we all just held hands and sat around by a fire? Tried marijuana.
Right. Just do some peyote, some mushrooms.
He is a grown man. This is... I mean, he was probably paid a healthy chunk to go on stage there at this psilocybin conference and tell people that he was pro-psilocybin. So,
can you tell everyone what that is?
Psilocybin is the ingredient in mushrooms that makes you trippy.
Oh, there we go.
So to get these people taking it.
All right.
I don't think Rodgers is totally wrong there. 19-year-old Matt's coming back.
Right, but my point being,
but just
get these people taking
that, you're right. He is. He's preaching like, "Hey guys, you'll never guess what I just tried." And everybody his age is like, "Dude, we're 40."
They're the perfect people for it.
There's people older, at Woodstock, that have done all this too, and been like, "Look, man, this isn't none of this is new. It's been around forever."
They're the perfect people for it.
But the other part of it is the idea that, again, Aaron, do whatever you want. It's illegal.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with
I don't have a problem with doing the drugs. I don't have a problem with talking about it. I just have a problem. But I don't have a problem with talking about it. But he deserves to be roasted for something.
Here's the thing: if you're gonna talk about it, just know that it's in the ether now, and we have the right to.
But also,
critique it.
don't call us all haters for it. We're just laughing at you because you have gotten enlightenment 20 years later than the rest of us in their lifespan. That's basically it. That's the funny part to all of us.
That realization definitely came a little later for him.
Yes, which is fine. But it's also a reminder: you can be brilliant at one thing. You can make a ton of money. It does not make you smart at other things.
Ayahuasca.
You can look at...
Being an expert in one field does not make you an expert everywhere in life.
Right, and being a billionaire or millionaire does not make you an expert. Look at the actual Titanic ship, which is a monument to hubris. This unsinkable ship sank on its maiden voyage, made by rich people for rich people, and a bunch of rich people froze in the ocean. And then what do? However many years later, some other rich guy decides he's a libertarian and doesn't want anyone to check, the government to check on his little submersible to get it approved. He said, no, I don't need government interference to tell me this is okay to go down because it was not certified to go down because he's libertarian, so don't tell me what to do. Dead at the bottom of the ocean next to the Titanic. Rich guy, thought he was smarter than everyone else, brought a bunch of other rich guys with him, all dead at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
The Hindenburg.
Yeah.
Look at Twitter is ruined by a rich guy who buys things who doesn't know how to do anything. Just because you're rich or you're good at one thing doesn't mean you're good at everything. That's my life lesson for today. Let's throw some stones next.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, and we can prove it. Follow the show on Twitter at Jim and Matt.
The original hard iced tea started in 2001 in Cincinnati, Ohio. For Twisted Tea, the dream was simple. Brew a refreshing tea with flavors everyone loves and add a twist. With endless styles such as half and half, blueberry, peach, mango, and raspberry, you can always keep it twisted. Find Twisted Tea near you at twistedtea.com/locations. America parties with tea. Must be 21 or older to enjoy.
Listen to Rutledge and Hamilton every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win a case of Twisted Tea's limited edition party pack. The summer party pack features the original half and half and peach flavors along with a new limited edition flavor, Twisted Tea Rocket Pop. The new style combines the flavors of the classic Rocket Pop popsicle, lemon lime cherry, and blue raspberry, punched up with a taste of authentic hard iced tea. Listen every Thursday at 2:45 for your chance to win some free beer, or in this case, some free Twisted iced tea. That's 2:45 every Thursday. Jim Rutledge here. If I sound lighter and fitter than I ever have sounded before, that's thanks to Carbon World Health. I had hit a wall in my efforts to lose weight while maintaining muscle. Then Dr. Ness Rodriguez introduced me to semaglutide, and I've dropped over 20 pounds in weight, and I have my body fat percentage at 10%. Semaglutide is the game-changing weight loss treatment you've seen all over social media, and it's available to you at Carbon World Health. It's FDA approved and will burn fat, not muscle. Go to carbonworldhealth.com today to set up a consultation.
Matt Hamilton here for Iron Jock. Believe it or not, being an Olympic curler takes a lot of practice time on the ice. And despite always being cool, I still work up a sweat. That's why I love Iron Jock and their no-state technology. Silver ion technology is the how behind why it works, and that is about as technical as I can get with it. What I do know is that if I'm on the ice or just wanting to look good, I know Iron Jock has t-shirts, polos, and hoodies for me. Support this Wisconsin-based company today and get gear at ironjoc.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, June 16th to 25th. Visit and get inspired. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Hear that? That's the sound of the 2023 Chevy Silverado and its TurboMax engine, delivering impressive power with no compromised durability. Whether you're helping friends move or just moving some friends, this is the sound of a family with plenty of rear seat room to enjoy the ride. And this is the sound of you heading to your local Chevy dealer today. Find your Silverado and find new roads. Chevrolet. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance because you'll feel protected no matter how the wind blows. All so you can keep enjoying the home of your dreams. And our expert agents can help you save up to 23% when you bundle home with auto. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance. Get a quote? Find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. There's a sense of pride, community, and work ethic that's second to none. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. We've been here and will continue to be here for as long as you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Carbon World Health.
We are having a good time out here at X Golf in Madison. Mr. Matt Hamilton did text our friend Eric Name the question we are asking. Did we end up posting this question, Alex Strofe, our Iron Jock Bowl question?
I have not, but I can.
Yes. I don't know. Just make sure we don't look like idiots. We're not advocating for this.
Yes, we're definitely not.
That's what I worry about. That's what I've been struggling with.
So,
I worded it to name. I said, totally fake random question here. Trade Giannis for Victor? And he replied, nah. And then I said, if you were the GM of every NBA team, which superstars would be off limits? His answer was Giannis, Jokic, and Luka.
So, maybe it's just like, as a consensus, we all believe that we would not trade Giannis for Victor, right?
And that's 100% my stance on it.
So I think we posted as Rutledge and Hamilton team.
Hold on, did we just notice that the only 3 players that he did pick that he would keep
foreign
are also foreign players?
All right.
There's no American basketball player that he would
forgot
keep.
about Luka. 844-770-3776. Let's get out the talk and text line, and then we'll figure out how to post it.
All right, so I've got text on this. I also have a lot of text on Aaron Rodgers' psychedelic kick. Which one would you like first?
Your dealer's choice.
Yeah. All right, let's start with the Bucks. Mayhem and Middleton, which, by the way, may be the best name I've ever heard in the text.
Kind of love it.
Mayhem.
Kind of love it.
Said sign Middleton for 3 to 4 years, run it back this year, or trade him next year if it doesn't work out. Your thoughts?
I mean, that's nice in theory. If Middleton is injured or doesn't look good, impossible to trade a 32-year-old injured player with a big contract.
It could be. So, yeah, it's going to be, we're going to sign him, right? He's coming back. So
I would think so.
Yeah,
we're all banking on health for the first time in 2 years for Chris. Because if he's healthy, absolutely worth the money. When he's not healthy, I don't think there's a large margin for error with Chris Middleton.
No.
That when he's a little bit less athletic than he normally is, the numbers drop. So that's my concern.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, let's move on to Aaron Rodgers. Robin Madison texts in. Why do I got to take a test to tell you I do drugs? Tim in Oregon chimes in. Jim, you are extremely correct. Rich ain't smart all the time. And then he texts again 5 minutes later. Jim, thanks. Rodgers is a simple guy.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Last one, Tim in Mount Horeb says, Uncle Jim sounds like the grumpy sitcom dad that wants his kids to conform to society.
Well, that guy is not listening because I clearly said do all the drugs you want. Just don't act like you invented doing drugs.
And
that's
you're
it.
the first one to think that they're mind open.
Right. That's my whole take. Aaron Rodgers, like millions of other people out there in the world, have done psychedelics. Maybe not all of them that Aaron Rodgers has done, but we're not also as
But they've all
affluent.
had the same experience
Yes.
and thought processes afterwards, I'm sure, are very similar.
And we've all been jackalopes and acted like we invented taking drugs. We just all did it at 19. Not 39. So please pay attention when I speak. Do all the drugs you want safely. Just don't tell me about it. That's it.
I mean, that's a little Uncle Jim.
I don't care.
Okay, fake.
Wait, Uncle Jim.
Just don't tell me about it. Oh, I get it.
I'm not mad that you take them. I just don't want your story about it.
I know.
That's it.
It's still funny.
Like I'm anticipating that at some point my kids are gonna bring home some dingus guy and he's gonna be like, hey man, psychedelics open your mind. And I'm like, God, I've heard this now 700 times in my life from a 19-year-old or 39-year-old trying to explain to me psychedelics is something new that he's the first person ever to experience. All right, let's get to throwing stones.
The guys think they have the answers to everything.
I'm the best there is.
People like me. So it's time to put them to the test.
That's some booty, Jim.
You know, that's just like your opinion, man.
This is Throwing Stones, presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealership.
It is time to throw some stones here on Rutledge and Hamilton. Each and every day I scour the interwebs to figure out what the heck's happened in the last 24. I've got questions. Jim and Matt have answers at the end. Or I'll score up throughout, and then we'll crown a winner at the end of Thursday's edition of Throwing Stones. All right, guys, it has been announced that new Packers tight end Tucker Kraft and left tackle David Bakhtiari will team up for the Bussin' with the Boys Beer Olympics. They will be on the same team for a Beer Olympics. Matt Hamilton, if you were participating in this Bussin' with the Boys with your guy Taylor Lewan Beer Olympics, who would be your partner?
Let's see. I probably would want to try and pick David Bakhtiari. I've seen that guy chug a beer, and that is super, super impressive.
He's already on a team.
So if I can't pick Bakhtiari, not necessarily because I think we would win. We'd probably dominate beer pong, but I think Giannis would be a blast. I think he'd be a fun guy just to hang out with. I don't necessarily think he can chug a beer, but I think he would dominate in beer pong.
All right. Now, immediately, some teammates or friends of the station came to mind. I won't list them, but there's some people I know that can throw back some Coors Light and participate and do really well in it.
I'll be competing in a Beer Olympics actually in a week.
I'm going to go with, and this is I could be wrong on it, but I think I'm going to go with the Joker.
Oh.
Big guy. That's a big part of it, just like Giannis. Obviously skilled. But I don't know how much he drinks, but a big guy who I feel like he could pound some Coors Light without much effect.
I mean, the problem is, Jim, you're probably going to win the Beer Olympics and be like, fine, this is not the most important thing in the world. When can I go home? Good. There's a parade on Thursday. When can I go?
Did you see him, though, during the parade?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the greatest time ever. I love parade. He's the best. He's the best.
Honestly, his reaction post-championship turned me off of him as far as a dude I'd want to hang out with.
That's fine, but literally every one of his teammates, when you see the videos, seem like they absolutely adore him.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a great guy. I just don't think he'd be great to party with, I guess.
I don't know. Those videos look pretty fun out there. All right.
Today is National Onion Rings Day, which I think are
Do they have onion rings here at X-Golf? That sounds perfect.
They are an elite appetizer, in my opinion.
So they're always an upgrade, right?
You have a strong opinion on this. If you were to tier the appetizers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, where would onion rings fall in, and who would they be accompanied by in said tier?
Well, I don't necessarily call them an appetizer. They're a top tier, you sub out for French fries. But they are great. I mean, they are a good appetizer, but I would prefer to sub them out for French fries. That's usually my move. But you got, obviously, wings, cheese curds, mozzarella sticks. So I worked at a place that's now, I think, basically effectively defunct, which was Damon's Sports Bar. But they had a combo platter. It had potato skins, buffalo wings, cheese curds, and mozzarella sticks. And that was the best.
All right, so Jimmy, if you're swapping out fries for onion rings, those are tier 2 onion rings. They're good, but they're not great. They're probably fast food. You need to get real onion rings, the ones that are battered themselves. You're getting these from a steakhouse that's doing a late night menu, or you're getting them from a more of a sit down restaurant. Those onion rings, they are A tier number 1. They're probably coming with a great sauce of some sort. Those are A tier, number 1 tier appetizers along with like wings and stuff. Honestly, cheese curds are great, but I feel like cheese curds are capped. Maybe it's from living in Wisconsin and you get cheese curds and they're such like a common appetizer. I'm not putting those in that number one tier appetizer, I don't think. But onion rings for the most part are tier 2, number 2, unless you're getting them from a very nice like restaurant. Then they're probably tier 1. How's that, Stroh?
I think that's a good answer. What do you think?
I think it's good. That's why I gave it.
Just making sure. You don't always give us your best.
Fair.
I wish you would have said, no, that's wrong. I always give you my best.
What am I going to lie to you guys? Just lie to your faces?
Well, I really didn't want to give it to him because I'm mad at him. Jim Rutledge, your winner today of Throwing Stones.
I'm flabbergasted. Nice win.
I think it was my food take.
Maybe.
Had to have been. I just out-foodied you.
You did out-foodie me.
In your face! I want to talk about, is this real that Dana White is trying to set up a fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg?
I would watch that.
What? It is all over. I will share.
I would so
I
watch
thought this was a joke, but apparently Zuckerberg said he wants to fight Elon Musk, and now who's the dingus who wants to fight everyone? The YouTube star.
Oh, Jake Paul.
Yeah, he wants to be involved in this. And now another dingus and the UFC guy Dana White's involved. This
Billionaire Boys Club Battle Royale.
It proves my point. You can be smart at one thing and have billions of dollars, but still be an idiot at many, many things. That is for sure. The smart people, though, go to Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. That's where the smart people go. Go there. Go be a winner. Over $60 million in jackpots so far this season or this year at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison. Go be a winner. It's supposed to be hot, hot, hot tomorrow and Saturday, and then rainy on Sunday. It sounds like a great 3-day weekend to spend over at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison to win some money. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light, a finalist for Best of Madison Radio Team. Vote at channel3000.com. People really like this show.
LabCorp Clinical Trials is changing to a new name, Fortrea. While the name may be different, Fortrea combines decades of great experience and professionalism with new opportunities for clinical trial participation. It's more than a mission and more than a new name. Fortrea is dedicated to moving healthcare forward. To learn more about the future of healthcare and upcoming clinical trials, visit us at FortreaClinicalTrials.com. That's FORTREA clinicaltrials.com.
Are you dreaming of a new look? Let the pros at 5 Star Painting bring color to your world, to your interior, exterior, cabinets, and more. We make it easy with online scheduling, free on-site estimates, and a dedicated project manager on every job. Uneasy about hiring a contractor? We know, we've been there. 5 Star Painting is customer-focused and quality-driven, exceeding expectations every time. Call or visit 5starpainting.com today. 5 Star Painting, a neighborly company.
She's moving to Georgia.
Jada's Podiatry Clinic's top nurse quit, leaving her business toes up.
We've got 6 procedures and 3 major surgeries in the next 2 days.
She needs a new RN who can think on their feet.
There's no way I can do all these procedures on my own.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your sponsored job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Wendy's is open till midnight or later, so you can give in to the craving and go night mode. Now all of your favorite menu items just got their bedtime extended. You can get what you want even later, like the Baconator with 6 strips of bacon, or the perfect fries and Frosty Duo. If you're up later, then so are we. So go ahead and pull through the drive-thru. When the craving hits, go night mode at Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. All right, see ya later.
At participating U.S. Wendy's, hours may vary.
In a land carved by glaciers and shaped by champions, Trapper's Turn is a specialty golfing experience. 27 holes designed by 2-time U.S. Open champion Andy North present an enjoyable challenge at any level. Nestled between beautiful pines, the all-new 12 North Par 3 course offers the ultimate in golfing fun. Refuel and unwind with year-round dining in the heart of the picturesque Dells. Golf time is precious. Spend it somewhere beautiful. This is Trapper's Turn. Book your tee time at trappersturn.com.
Summertime is heating up, and so are the deals at Metro Kia of Madison. This month, there are 75 new vehicles to purchase, like the 23 Kia Soul at 2.9% APR financing for 48 months, or lease the 23 Kia Telluride LX for $475 per month for 36 months. You'll also get a Chromebook, 4K Smart TV, or a $500 Visa gift card with any vehicle purchase. Drive into the deal of the summer at Metro Kia of Madison. Learn more at metrokiaofmadison.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Join us at the Madison Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns, June 16th to 25th. Visit and get inspired. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Rutledge and Hamilton rolling on a Thursday. We're out here at X Golf taking some cuts. Jimmy getting into the bay, taking some big swings. Hit a couple of good ones there, Jim, for not your clubs. You were making some pretty good contact there.
Thank you. I have to figure out my slight. Last time we golfed, when I golfed out at Wild Rock, I would say out of 18, or I think I got 12 drives because I ran out of time. I want to say 9 or 10 of them were hit straight. One I drove to the left, or 2 I drove to the left, and 1 I hooked, or sliced. So I'm trying to work that out. But right now, make fun of me all you want. I did carve it today. I'm not perfectly on tune with my swing, but I was getting there in the end.
My legs are dead. I'm like, Strofe, you're not kicking the ball. You're hitting it. You're swinging your glove.
But I would imagine, like every other sport, your legs matter in it.
Your legs are involved.
Yes. So, because I'm horrible at that, honestly. Like, this is my biggest, I would say, like, what I struggle with in sports is try to make sure you use your lower body.
Yeah.
Like, because it is hard to do all that. You want to make sure that whatever sport, I'm sure in curling as well, like you might think like, oh, Matt's going to be really strong in the upper body because of the sweeping, but I would imagine your lower body's also got to be pretty dang strong to be able to be an effective curler.
Yeah. Like, I'm sure it's all the sports. It's the core work. The sneaky hero of sports is a strong core because it's going to give you good balance, agility, and then those athletic moves are a lot easier because you have full control over your body. So, yeah, I'll give it to you. Legs are important, but that core work, that's the unsung hero of sports, I think.
So I wanted to get to, and I sent this to you guys earlier, an article from, I think it was Fox, earlier today, foxsports.com. And it's written by Carmine Vitale. And I'm not going to like rip it because it's very much, she's an NFC North reporter. It's very much taking some quotes that I think are a little out of context and using it to write a story. Because here's the lead. Jordan Love can be better for the Green Bay Packers this season than Aaron Rodgers was in 2022. At least that's what his teammates are saying after Green Bay's offseason program. And Alex, specifically, I'd like you to chime in on the placement of these quotes and tell you how much you should be putting into it. Jordan can do it, the second-year wide receiver Romeo Doubs said a few weeks ago. When you go from Aaron Rodgers to Jordan, Aaron was a really great quarterback, but I believe Jordan can do the exact same thing. I really don't see what the big difference is. And then she also quoted Jair Alexander saying best QB in the league. So, and then the rest just goes on to like, you know, Raj said down year, Jordan Love can match it. But first, those quotes, the Jair one, I think we need to stop taking that so far out of context. It's not doing Jordan Love or Jair Alexander any favors. Is that fair to say that quote, he was not actually saying Jordan Love is the best quarterback in the league. He was messing around with Jordan Love because afterward he said, but you better stop trying to throw it my way because he was picking him off in practice.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. That is being taken out of context right now. And Jordan Love is probably going to be a fine quarterback. But to be throwing these expectations and for reporters to to like listen to that and then choose that I am going to quote this because there's no audio file in my article. So like people are going to take it out of context. That was clearly a big joke. Like Jair was messing with Love's interview.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem I'm taking with this is because I had some friends from Minnesota who don't know. They're like, is Jair serious? Like he can't. He's like, Jordan Love isn't even the best quarterback in the NFC North. And they might be right.
On paper, starting the season, he's the
he's
fourth.
not. Yeah, like you can't.
I mean, we'll see how it shakes out.
Anything at the end of it, but like right now, if you were just going to place a guess by the end of it, you'd say Kirk Cousins is going to be better. Like who knows with the other guys, but you probably got Jared Goff.
Yeah. And look, let's all be honest. If Justin Fields played for the Rams, people would be talking differently about Justin Fields here in Wisconsin.
Yes.
100%. And look, rightfully so. The Chicago, not one, the Bear like rivalry, but also the Bears stink. Like the Bears have never developed a quarterback. So that is earned there, but it's a totally different regime. But I think we just need to acknowledge that sometimes that like on the outside looking in, if Justin Fields is on a different team, he's being tiered above Jordan Love. But that doesn't mean that's how the season's going to end with that sort of stuff there.
Right.
But I'm just saying going into it, Jordan Love is clear 4. But I think it is I'm not talking about the players being disrespectful, but I do think that articles like this or statements like this that Jordan Love could be as good as Aaron Rodgers was last year, I think are disrespectful to Aaron Rodgers. Because unless you're saying, he could put up the same stats, which maybe, but there's a lot of bad quarterback play that put up numbers. Like Aaron Rodgers, even last year, did things that the majority of quarterbacks in the NFL can't do. And do you really think you could say out loud that Jordan Love will be able to do things in his first season as a starter that the majority of quarterbacks in the NFL can't do? Because that's the part. I'm not talking about stats. I'm talking about what they actually do on the football field. And again, the line adjustments, the audibles, the making plays in tight windows, making plays, knowing where everyone is on the field, playing chess, not checkers. That's the main part. Like Aaron Rodgers physically maybe had diminished some last year, and we'll see where his health is at this year. But he's still playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers. And I find it a hard time to believe that Jordan Love's going to go out and play chess, not checkers. And I don't think the talent differential between Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love is dramatic. I think Aaron Rodgers is still a more talented player. So when you take account that Aaron Rodgers is more talented and more adept at reading defenses and playing quarterback in the NFL, I can't imagine a world where you could say Jordan Love could do the same thing on the football field Aaron Rodgers did. I'm not talking stats.
I mean, it's projection. It's not impossible that Jordan Love can have a great season this year. It's not. But statistically, in the past, quarterbacks that are in their first year of starting don't perform super great. They don't win the close games. They aren't able to finish off drives and games, and they end up losing in the close ones. And that's fine. We're trying to see where Jordan Love can go. We're not admitting to rebuilding, but we're rebuilding. This year is let's see what we got before we either got to completely throw it all against the wall and start over, or can we build off of this quarterback that we've gotten? So these reports are just killing, I think, Jordan Love, because if there's too much hype for him going in, and I'm with LaFleur of the tempered expectations going into it, let's remember we have a first-time starter leading the Packers, and let's give him the same amount of pressure that you would give any other first-time starter in the NFL. You can't expect the world. You can expect him to be a serviceable player. That's fair, but you can't expect him to be a world beater in year one.
Well, and your statement is fair, and I don't want to dunk on the person that wrote this because they just have a job. They have to crank out content, and
I'll dunk on them.
It's her. Look, she cranked out fluff piece for Minnesota, for Detroit, and Chicago. So these are all fluff pieces. People you want to get. If you're FoxSports.com, you desperately need clicks. You want people to click on it. So that I understand. I mean, it literally just gets something. Nothing in that was new, but the way it was positioned, it just made me think about. Yeah, I think it's disrespectful to Rodgers to think that Jordan Love can do that. But I do know, Matt Hamilton, that as much as you love Aaron Rodgers, you might love Olsen Toon as much.
Absolutely, because Aaron Rodgers ain't coming to my house to help me with my landscaping. If you got
mushrooms, he'll come out and help you.
Yeah, certainly he might. If you've got a landscaping or outdoor need, Olsen Toon is here to help. They've been With over 50 years of combined experience in design and architect building and outdoor living spaces, Olson Toon has become southern Wisconsin's #1 outdoor architect living firm. I've got them coming over. They're going to put in some garden beds for me. They already cleaned up all my landscaping and rocks, took out some of the buckthorn, some of the weeds that really got a little far ahead of me, where I was a little out of my element, a little underwater. Olson Toon can get you back on track. You can go online right now and check out olsontoon.com and get started on your next home project or small business project today. They can take care of it. Go to olsontoon.com right now for all your outdoor living needs.
This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Miss any of the show? Find full show podcasts free on Wisconsin On Demand and wherever you get your podcasts. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Alex Strofe.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts. The UW Athletics class of 2023 is beginning to be rolled out, and 2 former Wisconsin football players are among the honorees. Former Wisconsin running back and Heisman Trophy finalist Monte Ball will be inducted into the UW Athletic Hall of Fame. Ball was a 2-time Consensus All-American and a Doak Walker Award winner during his time at UW. Also going into the Hall of Fame is former defensive lineman J.J. Watt. To find the full list of honorees, visit uwbadgers.com.
Pella's window and door design options are virtually limitless. Customize your order by August 31st and you could bundle and save big at PellaWI.com.
When it comes to security for your home and family, you want a winner, and we found one when we placed our trust with J&K Security Solutions. This is Greg Gard. Kim and Jeff hit the game-winning shot for us with the Control 4 home technology system. Home or away, from our smartphones, we can open the garage door, dim the lights, turn on the TV, as well as arm the security system. That's convenience as well as peace of mind. Let J&K Security Solutions do for your home or business like they've done for us. Call 255-5799 or online at jksecurity.com.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time in the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com because they never charge over the MSRP.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. Looking for a team to play for in the spring and summer of 2024? Rays tryouts begin in July and August, and sign-ups are open now. Since 2010, the Rays have developed over 370 college players, including over 140 players committed to Division I baseball and 17 MLB draft picks. Rays Baseball. Raise your game.
Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone and let us leave a legacy on your home. Roofing, windows, gutters, siding, and decks. Can Legacy do it? You bet. Better prices, better warranties. Legacy always makes it easy. Go to legacy-exteriors.com. Legacy Exteriors. Just pick up the phone. Let us leave a legacy on your home.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
You're listening to Rutledge and Hamilton on 100.5 ESPN. Brought to you by X Golf in Madison and Middleton.
I'm going to throw a curveball at both of you here as we wrap up the show live from X Golf in Madison. This is Rutledge and Hamilton, presented by Coors Light. Hey, be sure to go channel3000.com. You still can vote for us till the end of the month here for best radio team in Madison. We'd appreciate it. I don't know if we'll win or not, but we appreciate being a finalist.
It's an honor to be mentioned among such other great.
We're the
radio
only sports show mentioned,
That's
so
true.
we'll take it. And on that note, sometimes we're a sports show, sometimes we're not. Jim Rutledge, Matt Hamilton with you. Again, we're live from X Golf in Madison, and we're presented by Coors Light. Matt, the mountains are blue. You know what to do.
And that's crush a Coors Light.
Is it ever going to rain again?
I don't know, dude. Our lakes are super low. I was bopping around on Lake Wabisa up by Christie's, which is kind of on the more northern side of the lake. And I was just popping through where I've gone hundreds of times before. And I felt my prop touch the sand.
Wow.
So, the water's got to be at least a foot low right now. I bet more, but it is dicey.
Yeah, that is wild out there.
As much as I love golf weather, some rain would be nice.
Well, because, look, it affects the golf. We played at Wild Rock, and, the golf course is, it's dry out there. And that's not there. There's only so much water you can put on a course.
Right.
And the other part of it was, I think I saw a stat that southeast Wisconsin has gone 64 days, the longest ever, I believe, without a thunderstorm.
Wow.
Which is just nuts. And you know what? I don't love mowing my yard, but it is kind of... It's getting a little sandy. I need some rain and some thunderstorms into it. Apparently Saturday night into Sunday there could be some thunderstorms and some rain coming. But Stroff, has that even crossed your mind there? And you don't golf much, you don't have a yard to take care of. Have you even noticed? You're not a farmer. Have you noticed that there hasn't been rain in a billion years? It's like we're living in Southern California here.
Didn't it rain last week?
Measurable, important, rain.
I don't know what that means.
No.
So
that means more than an inch.
It has not crossed my mind.
More than an inch. It is
what
there's
do you
a
know
drought.
about more than an inch?
Oh, I got more than one. But it's like a drought. Two. But no, it's more than a drought. It's affecting the farmers, which it's right now. I think we're almost in a drought, or we technically are. So it just blows my mind that Alex is, I guess, unaware that we are in a drought.
Apparently.
I'm unaware. Exactly.
What do you do? Do you just not
What
you're
do
on
you,
social
what do you
media?
do?
How are you unaware that we haven't had any substantial rain, more than an inch of rain in all summer?
I don't watch the news.
You're on Twitter or social. You live in this world. At any point, you'd be like, "Hey, you know what? It's only sprinkled once or twice."
I'm not complaining about that.
You will when you can't buy any food, or it's all super expensive. How am I the weather guy right now?
Aren't eggs $8 still?
Good God, that was 6 months ago. They're normal prices again. Do you live in a bubble?
No, I just didn't know that.
That was a long while ago.
When you guys go grocery shopping,
do
you look at the price tag?
No, not anymore.
I don't
go grocery shopping.
I just get what I need
that's
to get.
like my job. My wife hates grocery.
Oh, my wife. There's no
I
way
love
my wife would let
grocery
me go grocery.
shopping.
All right, so 844-770-3776. Do you or your significant other go grocery shopping? Because there's no way in the world my wife would let me go grocery shopping.
Here's the thing. I'm the one who's doing most of the cooking. I don't want Jen shopping for me.
Well, and that's the reverse. So I will grill a few nights, and we have the things that I need. I'll ask her specifically if there's something I want for grilling. And thanks for the tip on the yellow mustard on keeping the spices and everything on. It's good. You don't taste it at all, but it does hold in the actual. Yes, it's fantastic. So, but anyways, my wife just today, I just told everyone at the office, she plans breakfast, lunch, and dinner for all of us, the kids mostly, but then also the snacks for them, the whole thing. It's all planned out. So it is a very specific order she's going to the grocery store for. When I walk to the grocery store and we're near it to the office, I'm just grabbing random things. But I only buy things that are on sale. I'm a sucker for it. If it's something if I want it, let's say a bag of Doritos.
Yeah.
If it's $5-6, it ain't happening. If it's it's not happening.
It's on sale though.
I will buy it then.
All right.
No way. There's nothing in this world that would get me to pay full price.
Feel like you got a deal? Is that just?
I feel like I'm getting ripped off otherwise.
Ah.
$5 or $6 for a bag of chips is just ridiculous.
I guess, but
I don't need them that bad. They're not that good.
Yeah, no, but there's like no way you can make your own Doritos.
But then I'll just go without. Like I just don't need them.
Yeah, okay,
I guess that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Fair, I mean, that's fair. I
food-wise,
buy
obviously,
what I want, and then if it's on sale, I'm like, ooh, that's a bonus.
Beer, Coors Light. That's the only thing I'm like, I gotta have that.
Fair.
But otherwise, like, all right, I guess I'll have Lay's potato chips this week instead of Doritos, whichever ones are on sale, or I'll just eat whatever pretzels are on sale. Whatever's on sale is what's getting my money.
Well, I
they're all the
guess
same.
I like the variety.
Yeah,
it's
just nothing I'm like married to.
Judgmental Jim.
I don't have a soulmate for food.
Judgmental Jim.
Alex, how do you shop? I'm not judging you for doing it the other way. I'm just saying how I'm doing it.
What do you mean, how do I shop?
I wouldn't send you to the grocery store either.
I go in blind and I just get what I need to get.
Do you go in hungry?
Not fully. I actually do have a science down for this. I typically eat a snack before I go to the grocery store, but not a full meal. Because
what do you mean you're going blind? You don't have any plans for what you're going to get or
like
get
no
anything?
list, yeah. I like doing that too.
I like. We'll talk about. Okay, we want.
How long you
give me
at the
the
grocery
list?
store?
No, give me the list of things that like we definitely need. Like you need some Ziploc. I need some foil. But like. I'm just going to go and I'm going to grab vegetables that I think look the freshest, or you know what I mean. Like I'm not going in with a plan.
Well,
like,
vegetables are
bag
fruit,
of
no.
Doritos. It's like I'm going to go down the snack aisle and grab what grabs my eye. And same kind of thing. So like, there's things that we definitely need. That'll make a list.
Yeah.
But like, unless it's like one of those necessity things.
How many vegetables do you think Strof's buying here?
Oh, he's probably getting kohlrabi, and he's probably getting jackfruit.
For sure.
He's probably he's probably getting golden beets. The guy
naming
is
some things that aren't real and just see what play all the
He
games.
already
Strof.
is. He already
he's
is naming
probably
things that aren't real.
gonna make a Spanish Mexican dish and
Why
probably
is
get
it a
some
vegetable?
jicama.
Why is it
You're
called
gonna-
jackfruit and it's a vegetable?
It's not a vegetable. But it's in the same fruit and vegetable section of the grocery store.
When I go grocery shopping in terms of fruits and vegetables, I typically get a case of strawberries, get a couple bananas. I usually get a cucumber because I like eating those at late night snacks. I'll usually get some
potatoes. Cut them up or whole?
He cuts them up.
What do you think?
Nothing. Don't even answer. Don't even answer.
I mean, I've definitely eaten a cucumber straight up, but I typically slice them.
Yeah. For good.
I don't know if you dipped it in ranch and took a bite. I didn't know.
I've done that for sure.
Yeah, it can't be too good to get a nice cucumber.
Why not? Cucumbers are delicious. One of my favorite vegetables.
Prefer 'em. That's a fruit, though.
What?
It's got
What?
seeds. Cucumber's a fruit.
What?
I don't, because it's definitely falling in the similar vibe as a tomato. I'm not going to sit here and dispute you, but
You can look it up.
Like,
Like I got little kids at home. They just
According to the
educate me on all this stuff.
botanical definition, cucumbers are considered fruits.
Oh, wow. How about that?
These are the things I know with kids at home. They tell me all the time because I'll accidentally call it a vegetable. Like, Dad, it's a fruit.
So tomatoes a
fine,
fruit
whatever.
too?
Tomato's
Yes.
definitely a fruit.
Yep.
I disagree.
You don't get an opinion on it.
Yes,
Yeah,
I do.
you don't. You don't.
Clearly, I do.
Well, for more of Alex's hot takes, tune in tomorrow.
Mr. Anti-facts Alex Strofe. I'll just give it a... You want to debate about it for like $1 million to see which one of us is right?